You know, when I was a younger professional, I would constantly be tied to my email. And I felt like I had to be sitting at my desk all the time, answering emails and going through my inbox and figuring out what emails to use, what emails not to use, who to respond to, which ones to read first. So, in this obvious minute, we're going to be talking about email management. So, the best ways for email management is to adopt one of two mindsets. It's either total zero or net zero. The difference between the two is total zero means that you have nothing left in your inbox by the end of the workday. You've gone through everything, you filed it all out. Net zero is where you read your emails, you file them away, but you still leave some in your inbox. You've read them, but you haven't filed them away for whatever reason. What I use is net zero because I like to use my inbox for things that I need to follow up with either direct reports or other organizations or other people. Another idea is that you need to create labels or subfolders. What that will do is it will allow you to easily file away emails and put them in the correct categories or in the correct topics. So that way you easily know where to go. Which leads me to setting up automatic rules. Every email platform out there has some type of automatic rule set in there. So I have it set up where I create folders for those who directly report to me. And then I also have subfolders for different organizations and different subgroups that would coordinate with me. And I automatically file them away by people or by topic. So that way I know exactly how many people have sent me emails from those sections and those organizations, to include my bosses. So I always read their emails first when I come in the day. I start with their emails, and I have my books readily available so I can write down tasks, because why else would your bosses email you other than to give you tasks, right? So I have them ready to know which ones that I personally need to do and know which ones that I need to delegate. You also need to set up a schedule. When are you going to check your emails? Are you going to check them in the morning? Are you going to check them in the afternoon? Are you going to check them in the evening? Me personally, I check my emails 3 times a day just because I have a large volume of emails that I have to go through. My function and job is predominantly coordination. So I have tons of emails that come in. So I check them first thing in the morning, right before I go to lunch or go to the gym during lunch. And then I check them right before the evening before I go home. And I mark those I need to follow up with and leave those in my inbox. And then I keep the other ones filed. I have told people, if you want me to action something, put action in the subject head, because that lets me know you need me to do something or you're asking me to do something for you. Otherwise, if you send me an email, I'm going to assume that it is just informational and I'll get to it when I get to it. That helps me prioritize. By prioritizing your emails, it helps you filter through them in a systematic way. Not everything that people send you is something that you need to read right away. Some things could probably sit there for 2 or 3 days because email is passive. They're either trying to inform you of something or they want you to do something. In our society, for some reason, we have gotten away from making phone calls and we send emails as we think that's active communication, when in fact it's really passive communication. So what I would urge is if you have people, especially if you have like multiple reports, people who directly report to you, you need to set up some type of way so you can tell people in the subject line what they need to put so you can differentiate between what is informational and what is actionable. Lastly, be consistent. Whatever method you choose to file your emails and respond to emails, be consistent with it. That allows people to know your predictive behavior. Predictive behavior is so consistent when it comes to expectation management. So get after it and be consistent, whether you use net zero, total zero, and hopefully you don't use the method where everything fills your inbox and you get to it when you get to it, because email management is really a priority. So many of us can manage our social media accounts in seconds, but when it comes to work emails or normal email management, we are lacking on that. I wish that when I was younger, somebody had talked to me about proper email management and different tips and techniques. This is just something that I've learned over the years, having done some research and some reading on it. If anything else, it'll make you be more productive. You'll feel that you won't have to be tied to your desk or tied to checking emails, and you'll be able to get after those other tasks that you want to get after. Thank you for stopping by and checking out this episode. I hope you enjoyed it and come back for another one.